everyone, I'm Shanna, the training manager for Can Do Canines. For this segment, you asked us your dog training questions, and now my team of experts is going to give you their recommendations. First up, we have a few folks wondering how to curb biting and nipping from their puppies. I think this is a great question for Emily to tackle.
Hi, I'm Emily, and I'm one of our puppy program instructors. I'm also a puppy expert. Today I'm going to be answering your question on puppy mouthing and biting and how to deal with it. The first thing that I always suggest to start with is what we call kind of a dead hand. So if puppy's playing with you and engaging in play with your hands, and they start biting your hands, try to just relax your hands and keep them still to make them not as appealing to the puppy. If they disengage with you and respond to that, you can praise them by saying, "Go puppy!" and then re-engaging with play as you see fit. The next thing that you can also try is engaging them with a toy instead of your hands. So if you have your hands and you're playing with them and they start mouthing your hands, make sure to have lots of toys around you where you can simply remove them from your hand and give them an appropriate toy to play with. Another thing you can try is loss of privilege. So if the puppy's playing with your hands, what you can do is they lose privilege to play with your hands, and you can move them behind your back. If puppy still engages with you and maybe bites your clothes or bites your ankles, you simply just stand up, removing yourself from their level of play. They lost that privilege to play with you on the floor. If maybe they get a little too energetic and still continue to maybe nip at your legs or try to jump on you, it might be time for a little puppy timeout. And that is just time in their kennel for a few minutes just to give them a little time to rest, and then you can let them out and play again.
Wow, that was great advice. And remember, with puppies, it's all patience, persistence, and practice. For another puppy question, you asked, how do you train a recall with a puppy who's not very food motivated? For this, we're going to go to Lindy.
Hi, I'm Lindy. I'm one of the puppy program instructors here at Can Do Canines. I'm happy to talk with you about working on a recall with a dog who may not be as excited to come to you just for their regular kibble. There's a couple of things that you can do. You can really work on having them do recalls in an environment that is a little bit smaller and a little less interesting than the bigger world. So you can utilize your bathroom, you can utilize a hallway in your house, and just work on having the dog come into you and recall in those environments. You can also really use your words and your voice. So being very happy and telling the puppy that they're amazing when they come to you can be really successful. And you can also give them lots of pets and lots of love. Another thing that you can try is using higher value cookies. So instead of just their regular kibble, you can do something like a lamb and liver cookie. It's more like a jerky. You can break it into little pieces and it smells amazing, tastes amazing. And dogs are much more inclined to come to you when they have something a little more exciting in play. Another thing that you can try is really working on just playing recall games with your dog. So if you have a friend or a member of your household who is willing to play some games, you can do a little puppy recall back and forth. It's a game that we like to call puppy ping pong, and we will show it to you now.
That was cute and helpful. Remember, with puppies, it's important to be the most fun thing in the environment in order to really win them over in those recall situations. Now, changing gears, a few of you asked, how do you stop counter surfing? And I think Emily H. is going to be the expert for this one.
Hi, I'm Emily and I'm a program trainer. I'm going to help you with counter surfing. So today we're going to start by clearing our counters. Because counter surfing is really self-reinforcing for the dogs, and once they do it once, we need to make sure it's hard for them to do it a second time. And then the second thing we're going to do is teach our dog an alternate behavior, like going to a mat while we're in the kitchen. Is, you go mat. Good girl.
Thanks, Emily, for a simple solution. Our final question is by far the most asked. Everyone wants to know how to get their dog to stop pulling on leash. Sharon is going to walk us through her suggestions.
Hi, I'm Sharon. I'm a program trainer here at Can Do Canines. And a lot of you have asked, how do I get my dog to stop pulling? So we're going to go over some of the techniques that will help you out with that. First off, when you're very first starting, you might even want to start inside, but just making your side very valuable. Feeding cookies to your dog right at your side, letting them know that this is a valuable place to be. I also like to encourage my dog's eye contact. Anytime they're looking at me, I will be giving them cookies for those check-ins as well. Another thing to keep in mind, it seems to be something humans tend to do. If the dog is pulling, they're just going to go with their dog. Dog went this way, so I'm going this way too. Instead, I want to immediately stop so that my dog is not continuing on, because they're going to be rewarded for being able to go that way. So even if I'm not giving them a treat, their reward is being able to go forward. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to get my dog back, or I can also change directions. So if my dog's pulling that way, I could do a 180. I could just, do a zigzag, but definitely changing directions will help with that not pulling, because if my dog knows we're on a path, we're going straight, they're going to anticipate that's where they're going and they're going to keep going. Whereas if I am moving all over the place, zigzagging, changing pace, changing directions, that kind of thing, it will help my dog really check in and understand that they don't know where they're going, so they better watch whoever is handling the other end of the leash. Pace changes are also helpful, so just anything that's going to make your walk a little sporadic so that they have to check in and see what's happening. Whenever you're out for a walk, especially in the beginning, try not to have a plan that I'm going to walk 2 miles, a specific route. Instead, kind of start off with just a short little space. So it might just be right in front of my house. So instead of going around the block, can I get from here to there just in front of the house? And if that goes well, maybe I'll just turn around and go back the other way. And eventually I can add on and go further. But to start, just a very short space that we're going to make sure we can accomplish, and then we can add on to that. So I hope all these techniques have been helpful to you and your dog. Lots to practice, and enjoy your training and working with your dog.
Thanks for submitting your questions, and I hope you enjoyed watching our advice. Happy training, everyone.